The end of the year is upon us, and with it comes to the end 365 days of memories and experiences. In gaming, we had a pretty good year, if you ask me, with the masterpiece releases of Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarök being one of the most notorious examples. And speaking about games, I think it would be a great way to end 2022 with a video talking about the progress of our favorite game, Jurassic The Isle. 28 days ago marks the game's 7th anniversary. 7 whole years that this amazing game entered early access, and I can only envy those who played it from the very start. Throughout all this time, this dinosaur survival suffered countless changes, with the most significant one being Evrima, which launched in June 2020, 18 months ago. But that's in the past, and it's not what we're going to talk about today. Since we are so close from New Year's Eve, and by the way, I hope everyone had a great Christmas, why not just relax for once and do a short recap of the Isle's progress in 2022? Sounds good to me, so let's jump straight into it. Before we talk about the actual content that was released during these past 12 months, let's see what else was done. This year alone, Afterthought released 10 devlogs, speaking about the numerous tasks each developer was performing at the time, their plans for the near and far future, some dinosaur concept arts, and a lot, I mean a lot, of human-related props. With the average of roughly 1 blog per month, that sounds pretty solid. They said they were going to be more communicative with the community through developer updates like these, and they seem to have done it, in consistency at least. And since I touched on dinosaur concept arts, in 2022 they released 16 of those, namely Baryonyx, Neurobloceratops, Spinosaurus, Shantugosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Therizinosaurus, Tyrannosaurus rex, Allosaurus, Quetzalcoatlus, Albertosaurus, Giganotosaurus, Megalania, Parasaurolophus, Monolophosaurus, Rugops, and Acrocanthosaurus, representing more than half the total amount of dino concepts published since the release of Evrima. 16 is a pretty good number in my opinion. I mean, that's more than one a month, so I think our thirst for concept arts was satisfied this year, although 16 is only a quarter of the 60 damn dinosaurs they want to implement in the game. But don't worry, I talked about that already. Alright, what else? Oh yeah, they released 9 videos on their YouTube channel this year as well, 3 dinosaur teasers, 3 nesting tutorials, an Happy Halloween teaser, and 2 videos dedicated to the game's updates. But that's all superficial stuff, nothing about that actually matters, right? What's most important is the content, the updates. That's what we truly care about. So let's take a look at those. The last update of 2021 was released on a Thursday, December 16th. Since then, throughout the past 12 months, the Isle released 3 updates. Update 5, Update 5.5, and Update 6. The first one brought the skin system, something that we had previously. However, this is a clear and significant improvement, with more color regions to choose from, a more diverse color palette, and 2 skin patterns. I always thought the Isle skin customization was among the best in the genre, especially when it comes to the colors available for players. And with this update came an objectively better version of it, and that's a big positive we can get from it. Alongside skins came nesting, one of the major core mechanics in this genre, especially the Isle. This feature was also present in Legacy, but now it is actually finished and it came back with a lot more depth and functionality. There's courting, nesting ground bonuses, different nesting building materials, different nesting types, temperature regulation, active hatching, and hatchling feeding, making this crucial feature not only a big portion of the player's gameplay, but it also does it in a very immersive way, a much better version of the previous system in Legacy. 1 month later, 5.5 was released to the surprise of many, implementing night vision to the game. I already expressed my thoughts on it on a video I made at the time, but to summarize it here, all things considered, it is better than Legacy in terms of its functionality, although some people might prefer the old version on an aesthetic point of view. And lastly, on Christmas Eve, the devs released Update 6, and with it came a big redesign of the diet system, Pterodactylus AI, and the immensely hyped gore mechanic. Diets have been a topic of heavy discussion within the community since it came out, and usually the consensus was that it was not very good. And I agree, the system's purpose was to force players to move around more often, so servers would have an healthier population flow throughout the map while also punishing FK growing. However, what it ended up happening was it being punishing at all times. People were constantly looking for nutrients non-stop just to avoid the stat debuffs that were enforced by the game itself, not only giving players a source of stress, but also not feeling very rewarding. It is yet too soon to determine how superior this rework of the diet system is, since it's less than 1 week old, but from what I've been seeing, at the very least players are no longer restricted to a limited source of nutrients, so hopefully it will feel much better this time. Diets are also affected by the new mechanic introduced in this update: gore. Corpses now decompose in 3 stages: fresh, rotten, and bones, with different species being able to consume flesh in different composition phases. The more rotten it is, the less nutritious the meat becomes, and will eventually cause sickness to those who aren't able to consume it, heavily influencing the carnivore ecosystem on the servers. On top of it, bodies now have organs which can be consumed, and the type of nutrients differ on the organ and the species it came from. And that's it. 3 updates: diets, skin system, night vision, and gore. Quite honestly, I believe people only see this as a negative due to the lack of dinosaur releases. The mechanics implemented this year were important, and Afterthought did a good job with them in terms of its quality, even if we had to wait months on end for some of them. If each update introduced at least 1 dinosaur, I think the community would see this year of development in a much more positive light. Now, I'm sure there must be a reason to not release them. It's just a shame that we have to wait more than 1 entire year to have a new playable. Hopefully next year new content will flow more smoothly. Thank you for watching. A huge thank you to my Patreon supporters for supporting the channel and the content I create. If you wanna join the ranks, the link will be in the description. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Join our Discord server for memes and Paleo stuff, and I see you guys in 2023. Happy New Year!